Hey, so this is post-yoga Emily, who can now think clearly. I completely forgot to mention that I have a retreat coming up very soon in May of 2024. It's from the 25th of May to the 31st of May in Sicily, in Italy. It's going to be a yoga and hiking retreat in 3 different locations. We're going to be hiking the volcanoes around Sicily and just being super immersed in the culture, the food, the countryside. It's going to be really nice. We have 3 spots left, so if any of you want to join, please email me at emilymovesyoga@gmail.com. if you want more information. All right, let's get into the class. Channel. Today we're going to be moving through a feel-good Vinyasa Flow sequence designed to really open and refresh your whole body. So we're going to go ahead starting in tabletop. You can make your way there on all 4s, stacking shoulders over wrists and hips over knees, and just go ahead and tuck your toes and start to move circularly over your wrists and your knees. So take your time to set up. We'll meet here in tabletop, just moving around, building a foundation on your hands, feeling the grounding beneath the fingertips. And maybe closing your eyes and starting to connect with your breath, trying to find rhythm or harmony between the breath and the movements. And paying particular attention to your spine, so moving the body side to side in circular motions, noticing how the spine is moving, and trying to move the spine in all possible directions. Let's go ahead and take 3 more breaths here. And then go ahead and pull the hips back and up, downward facing dog, where you can continue to move, pedaling out the feet, moving the hips side to side, maybe shaking out the head. Just taking these first few moments of the practice to get rid of any tension in the body. And you can keep the eyes closed or you can open your eyes, whatever you prefer. And feeling here the grounding beneath the hands, beneath the feet. Bringing weight into your thumbs and the tips of your fingers. And trying to pull the heels down. Let's go ahead and separate the feet mat distance apart. Separate your hands mat distance apart. And really squeeze navel in, pull the hips back and up. So a little variation, a little wider downward facing dog, noticing how that feels for you. And then go ahead and bring the feet a little bit closer again, hands a little bit closer. Let's walk the hands all the way back to the feet. Forward fold with bent knees. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, fold forward. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Let's roll up high mountain. And let's keep the hands actually by the hips. Start to roll out your shoulders. And then relax the shoulders back and down. Let's roll out the neck. Bring your right ear down to your right shoulder, breathing out into chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. And a few half circles here. And at the same time, noticing the grounding beneath your feet, toes pressing into the mat, legs engaged, squeezing lower belly in, growing tall. Notice if there's any tension, any pain around your neck, around your shoulders. Slowly, let's come back through center. Now, high mountain, breathe in, reach the arms up. Right hand holds left wrist, let's side bend to the right. Inhale, come back up through center. Left hand holds right wrist, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift to breathe in. Let's bend the knees 90 degrees so feet are still hip width distance apart. And then inhale, reach your arms forward. Exhale, let's cactus the arms, pull your elbows back. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, pull back for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, pull the elbows back. Let's lift the heels, sit on your heels, drop the knees, open up the chest. So keep cactusing the arms. And then let's interlace the hands at the lower back, open up the heart even more. And slowly release the hands. We're going to keep sitting on the heels. Right hand on the right ankle, left arm reaches up to the sky, lift the hips. Exhale, sit back down. Switch, left hand on the left heel, right arm reaches up. Exhale, sit back down. 2 more on each side. Breathe in. Exhale, sit. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit. Last time, right hand on the right heel, left arm reaches up. Exhale, release. Left hand, right arm reaches up. Exhale, release. Let's go ahead and untuck the toes. Hands at the heart space. Slightly lean back, engage your core. Let's lift from the hips. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift. Arms can do whatever you want. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower halfway for 3, 2, and 1. Release, bring the hands down, tuck the toes, come back to downward facing dog. Right leg rises, inhale. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. Take a deep breath. Exhale, right knee, right elbow for 3. Send it back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow for 2. And 1. Right foot steps on the outside of the right hand. Come onto your fingertips. Let's start to move back and forth. If it's accessible, you can already straighten your right leg. If not, do smaller movements, maybe circular movements in the hips, whatever feels good. And now let's keep that right leg bent. Reach your right arm forward, and let's slide or kick the left leg through. Come into low boat, extend the legs. Inhale, high boat, knees bent for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whole little ball. Try to bring your knees as close as you can to your shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the feet. Feet are hip width distance apart. Hands are behind you. Inhale, reverse tabletop. Press into the feet. Lift the hips. 3 breaths here. And slowly, let's lower. Bring your hips through your hands. Cross your shins. Roll over tabletop. Tuck the toes. Lift your knees. 2 or 3 centimeters on the mat, floating table. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's kick the right leg out to the left, cactus your left arm. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, switch sides. Inhale, center. Exhale, 2 more on each side. Inhale, floating table. Left leg kicks through, cactus right arm. Inhale, floating table. 1 more on each side. Last one. Come back to downward facing dog. Pull the hips back and up. Left leg rises. Inhale. Bend the left knee. Open up the hip. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale. Left knee, left elbow for 3, 2, and 1. Left foot steps on the outside of the left hand. Come onto your fingertips to give yourself more space. You can also come hands onto blocks if you have them nearby. And let's go ahead and move in a way that feels good. Circles in the hips, moving back and forth, just making sure you're not collapsing here. You're still engaging the legs and the glutes. Now keeping that left knee bent, let's reach left arm forward. Kick the right leg through. Come into low boat. This time straight legs for 10. 9, you can always bend if needed. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3. Try to keep the spine long. 2, and 1. Bend the knees. Hands go just behind you. Reverse tabletop. 2 more breaths. And then exhale. Let's pull the hips through the hands. Hold this time for 3, 2, maybe lift the feet. And 1. Release. Cross the shins. Floating table. So tabletop with the toes tucked. Lift the knees. Breathe in. Now breathe out. Let's bring the hips back. Inhale, come into high plank. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, pull back. Kick your right leg through to the left, cactus, left arm. Inhale, back to your loaded beast. Left arm or left leg kicks through, cactus, the right arm. Inhale, pull back. High plank. Let's take a push-up. Inhale, back to high plank. Exhale, pull back 2 more times. Right leg kicks through. Come back to your crouch position. Left leg kicks through. Come back to your crouch. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, push up. Back to crouch. 1 more time. Right leg kicks through. Left leg kicks through. Inhale, plank. Exhale, push up. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Let's tent the fingers on either side of the mat. Elbows point up. Inhale, lift your upper back. Exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale, lift. And lower. Last time. And lower. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Baby cobra, lift cactus your arms. Feet stay grounded on the mat. Breathe in, reach forward. Exhale, cactus the arms for 3, 2, and 1. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. High plank. Bend the knees, pull the hips back and up. Downward facing dog, straighten the legs. Deep breath in and out. Now your journey up to the top of the mat, you can take little steps, you can jump, you can take 1 big step up. However you get there, we meet in halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Roll up high mountain, breathe in. Exhale, cactus the arms, open up the heart. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, jump back to chaturanga, and then back to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Again, step, jump, or tiny little steps all the way up to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. High mountain, rise up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step or jump back, chaturanga. High plank. 1 more time, chaturanga. High plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. We're gonna do it one more time, and you guessed it, 3 push-ups. Inhale and exhale here. Look forward, step, walk or jump. Top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain rise. Exhale, cactus the arms, open up the heart. High mountain. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Step or jump back, 3 push-ups. For 3, 2, 1. Your vinyasa. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right leg rises, inhale. Bend the right knee, open up the hip, 1 breath. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, hold. Now from here, let's come into side plank. Right knee stays bent. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Let's step the right foot behind the left leg. So right leg is bent. Bring your right hand down and bend your left knee. So we're in like a little crab position. Fingers are pointing away from the feet. Now let's straighten the left leg again. Come back through your side plank. And then right foot steps to the top of the mat. Bring your left heel down, left arm reaches up, side angle pose, stretch it out. And breathing in, let's come into reverse warrior and hold. And as you breathe out, we're going to interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale here. Now let's try to go into half moon with the bind. If you want, you can bring your hands on your right hip so that it adds a little different element. Look towards where you want to go. Slowly. Half moon. And hold. And now let's release, open up the arms. And then very slowly come to standing, left knee into the chest. Exhale, hands at the heart space, mountain pose, high mountain, breathe in. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Let's jump back, 1 push-up. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, breathe in. And breathe out. Left leg rises. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, pause. Pivot into side plank, keep your left leg bent. And hold. Keep lifting the right hip as high as you can and really pushing out of your right shoulder. Now left foot steps behind the right leg, and we're going to bend that right leg and plant your left hand. So both fingers are pointing away from you. Let's straighten the right leg again. Come back out the same way we came in. Left knee into the chest. Slowly with control, left foot steps to the top left corner of the mat. Into side angle pose, stretch it out. And breathing in, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, let's interlace the hands. You can keep that half bind. Breathe in, breathe out. Shift your weight into your left foot. Half moon. Try to roll your right hip open as much as you can. Slowly open up the arms. Maybe trying to keep your left hand off the mat. And then let's come up to standing. Closing the hips, right knee into the chest. Reach the arms up. Exhale, release the right foot, hands to the heart. High mountain, breathe in. Cactus the arms, exhale. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, step or jump back. extra push-up, which is an option, into your chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in, let's come into high plank. Bend the knees, pull the hips back and up, 3 rolling dogs. High plank around the spine. Inhale, pull back and up, down dog. 1 more. And then right leg rises, inhale, bend the right knee, 1 breath. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Side plank, slowly open. Into your crab pose, both knees bent, right hand behind you. Straighten left leg back to side plank. Exhale, right foot steps top right corner of the mat, side angle pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Now without the bind, half moon, maybe right hand never touches the floor. Inhale, stand up tall, left knee into the chest. Exhale, hands to the heart space. High mountain, immediately fold forward. Halfway lift. Maybe extra push up on your way back to downward facing dog. Left leg rises. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Side plank. Keep the left leg bent. Into your crab, left foot steps. Bend the right knee. Straighten right leg, come back through side plank. Left foot steps, top left corner of the mat, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, half moon, maybe left hand never touches the floor. Stand up tall, right knee into the chest. Exhale, hands to the heart space. High mountain. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift to breathe in. Optional push-up. On your way back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in, high plank. Again, bend the knees, pull back and up, down dog. Last 2. Downward facing dog. Last 1 round forward, high plank. Downward facing dog. Right leg rises, let's go again. Adding more on the end this time. Open up the hip. Right knee, right elbow. Into your side plank. Into your crab, bend both knees, right hand behind you. Straighten left leg back to side plank. Right foot steps to the top right corner. Side angle pose, 1 full breath. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, half moon. Now slowly bend your left knee. Let's cross the left knee behind the right ankle, little squat. Inhale, back to half moon. 1 more time, exhale, little squat. Inhale, back to half moon. Slowly bend the left knee, stand up tall, left knee into the chest, reach the arms up. Exhale, chair pose. Bend both knees, breathe in. Breathe out, airplane chair, lift the heels for 3. Inhale, chair. For 2. And 1. Keep the heels lifted. Sit on your heels. Hands come in front of you. It's okay if it's not on the mat. We're going to come into crow pose. And hold. For 5, take your time. 4, 3, 2, and 1 step or jump back, chaturanga. Again, left side, left leg rises. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Side plank. Into your crab, bend the right knee, left hand on the mat. Straighten right leg back through side plank. Left foot steps to the top left corner, side angle pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, half moon. Now breathe in. Breathe out, little squat. Right knee crosses behind your left ankle. Inhale, back to half moon. Exhale, little squat. Ooh. Inhale, back to half moon. Slowly stand up tall, right knee into the chest. Exhale, chair pose. Into airplane chair. Breathe in, chair. Exhale, airplane chair. Breathe in. Exhale, airplane chair. Let's sit the hips down on the heels. Once again, crow pose. I realize it is better to have the hands on the mat, so if you want to readjust, go ahead. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step or jump back into your vinyasa. And let's meet in downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. 3 more breaths here in stillness. On your next inhale, let's lift the right leg up high. Let's bend the right knee, open up the hip, come into wild thing. Open up the heart. And if you want, you can also bend your left knee or keep it straight, whatever you prefer. So bending the left knee just to come into a little bit of a deeper back bend. Feeling that left shoulder support your back. Staying really strong in your legs. And maybe bending the right hand. Right hand can find the nape of your neck and just help to find some length there in your cervical spine. Gently pulling the head. And let's slowly release. Bend the knees if both knees are bent, hips to heels. From here, back to three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to nose. And let's step the right foot between the hands and drop the left knee. Anjanasana, but let's keep the hands on the knee for now. Squeeze the left glute. Grow nice and tall. Then we're going to go ahead and interlace the hands at the lower back. Open up the heart. You can either stay there or you can try to find more depth. So you really need to engage the glutes, pull the hips forward, engage the muscles in your back. There's no collapsing in the lower back. Maybe finding a little bit more space here. So think of camel pose. We're always lifting up and out of the waist, opening. Slowly, let's come out. Hands can find the floor. Either make your way into a half split or a full split, sliding that right leg forward. Whatever feels accessible to you in this moment. Make sure you're not leaning forward, overstretching the right hamstring, but rather keeping the shoulders right above your hips so that we're equally distributing the stretch into the left hip. Again, squeeze the glutes. Then we're going to go ahead and roll onto your right side, exaggerate it, and then gently pull your left leg. Let's cross that left ankle over the right ankle. Inhale, reach the arms above the head. And then let's cross the right elbow over the left elbow for eagle arms and fold forward. And breathe space into your upper back. Slowly, let's rise up. Release the bind, cross your shins, plant the hands, and let's just step back. Downward facing dog. Left leg rises. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Come into your wild thing. Maybe bend that right leg as well. So you bend the hips a little bit more to readjust the right foot and then press up. Be very careful with your right shoulder. Try to keep your right shoulder directly over your right wrist. And joints like the shoulder have so much range of motion, so it's important when it comes to the shoulders that we try to create more stability around those joints. Let's slowly rebend the knees. If both knees are bent, come back to three-legged dog. Knee into chest, let's step that left foot through. Come onto your right knee, Anjaneyasana. Hands can come on the left knee. We're just going to try to lift up and out of the waist. Really focus on your legs here. That's why we're not reaching the arms up. And then let's go ahead and interlace the opposite bind of the hands. Inhale, open up the chest, and maybe slide the hands down your leg, but remember you're not collapsing in the back. You're trying to lift up and out of your waist. So creating length here in your lower back as much as possible. Even if that means going a little bit less deep than you're physically capable of. If the neck is tired, you can always tuck your chin into your chest. Let's hold for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come up. Okay, so there shouldn't be any pain in your back. And then we're going to either make our way into a half split, or you can slide that left heel forward into the full splits. One side might feel very different than the other, so don't expect them to be the same. See, for me, this side is way less open. Not worse, just different. And we are very unique. We're not the same. I'm not the same as any of you. No one's identical. And even within our bodies, we're not identical from one side to the other. And so it's a good time to leave the ego outside the door, to really practice yoga in your mind, to be compassionate towards yourself, accepting wherever you are, however you're showing up in this practice today. Also, things vary. We get injured, it takes time to come back from injury. Maybe you just were sick. You know, things fluctuate. It's never going to be constant. The only guarantee in our lives and in our practice is change. So we need to accept and just strive to keep showing up no matter what, to give it our all, and just knowing that it's not about being perfect. It's about putting in the work, showing up, striving to grow, not only physically, but also mentally, being more accepting, more kind, more compassionate. And that's enough. That's enough rambling. Let's get out of here. Slowly. Oh, I forgot my next shape. Let's lean into the left hip, swing the right leg around. See, that's why I never talk too much. I try not to talk because I just get lost. I ramble and then I forget where I was. Let's cross the left elbow over the right. Inhale, let's lift the elbows up and away from the chest, and then fold over your legs. You can relax your forehead down in the elbow creases. Slowly, let's make our way back up. This time we're going to go all the way down to our back, so you can bend the knees one vertebra at a time, but we'll really go slowly. So let's go about halfway, hold for 5, 4, try to open up the chest, 3, 2, 1, go a little bit lower, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, little bit lower, hold, keep tucking tailbone in, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. And then let's set up for either bridge pose or wheel pose. So bridge, just lifting the spine, or wheel on your hands and feet. Whenever you're ready, you can go for it. And let's hold. And if wherever you are, so bridge or wheel, let's go ahead and lift the right leg up high and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release, and lower left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. Deep breath in. And then let's come all the way down. And you can stay in stillness for a moment, constructive rest with the eyes closed. Maybe knock the knees side to side. And then let's bring the knees into the chest. Keep your right knee in, extend your left leg. Let's take a gentle twist. Right knee goes over to the left. And let's come back through center, switch sides. So both knees into the chest, extend your right leg, and left knee goes over to the right. Come back through center, both knees into the chest. You can just rock side to side a few times. And let's keep the soles of the feet together. Release your knees wide apart, recline butterfly pose. Open up the arms to the side, shavasana. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. And one more deep breath in. And release. Allow yourself to relax completely. If you feel like you want to straighten your legs out, you can. For these last few moments of the practice, let everything go. Let yourself be still and in silence. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you do, please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I will see you on the mat very soon. Have a wonderful day.